Good morning, Jupiter High School, and Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Kelly.
Happy New Year, Coach Dean.
So I am sitting here with Kelly Newcomer, and Kelly is, and we will begin Warrior Pride next week. I know we're pressed for time, so but this is super important. I really wanted to get Kelly on, and Kelly, tell us why you're here.
So I'm starting the Andrew Red Harris Foundation Club.
So Andrew Red Harris, a former student at Jupiter High School, how did you get involved with this club that honors his memory?
So my neighbors are very close with me, and they're family friends, and whenever their son passed, he died in the Jupiter Inlet, he got hit by a boat.
He got hit by a boat, saving his girlfriend from being hit by a boat, so he sacrificed. Right. Yeah, it's a tremendous story, and a great family.
They are, and then it's just such a good cause. It protects and enhances the marine environment by making artificial reefs.
Yeah, they're really busy. They put a lot of them in there, don't they?
They do. They've made, from what I've heard so far, about 50 or 60 reefs.
Okay, so what are you looking to do with this club?
I'm just looking to spread awareness and also get some fundraising for the new Jupiter Locals Reef that we're going to be making. Okay, so they're going to make, so they've got these reefs all over the place, and then installations they've done, let's say the Blue Heron Bridge on the snorkel trail, and now they're building one, just a Jupiter Locals Reef right outside the inlet, yes? Correct,
Right
yeah.
off Jupiter. That's great. And if I was a student and I wanted to join, what would I do?
So we're going to have the first meeting Thursday the 16th at lunch in Coach D's room.
Yeah, it's 4217.
4217.
And so lunchtime, Thursday, 4217. Get involved. Andrew Red Harris Foundation, and looking to build artificial reefs and enhance the marine environment, right? Did I get it?
You got it right.
I'm so smart. I'm not just a pretty face. Do you know that?
I mean, beat me.
That. So, all right. Again, great to have everyone back. Glad to be back. Kelly, you glad to be back?
So glad to be back.
Yeah, I don't feel that from you right now. All right. And the rest of you guys, I'll see you in the halls.
Good morning, Jupiter High School. I'm Noah Milner.
And I'm Dylan Dan with your news for Wednesday, January 8th, 2020.
You know what's special about January 8th is it's actually our principal, Dr. Ianetti's birthday.
Happy birthday, Dr. Ianetti.
Now into the news, class news. Students with new early release times, please have your schedule or new ID ready to show when you are leaving campus. You must have your schedule to get a new early release ID in the media center. Juniors interested in representing Jupiter High School in the annual Girls and Boys State Conference can pick up an application in the guidance office. The conference allows delegates to participate and familiarize themselves with the process of forming local, county, and state level governments. You can also gain an understanding of how political parties work. Jupiter High representatives will receive an all expenses paid trip to Tallahassee, where they will tour the Capitol and stay on campus at Florida State University. Each delegate also has the opportunity to receive 3 hours of college credit. See Mr. Cavia and guidance with any further questions. Check out this video and help buy a new bus for our ESC students.
Waterfront Way Foundation was set up to help different groups in need in our local area. It was our way at Waterfront Properties of helping the community. My name is Rob Thompson. I'm the owner of Waterfront Properties in Jupiter, Florida. I received an email from Helene McAfee at the Jupiter High School and was informed about an opportunity to help the kids get a bus for the special education students.
The majority of my day revolves around job training with my special education students. I currently drive a 1998 unair-conditioned bus without a wheelchair lift. I do have access to a 95 passenger bus as well. However, that bus is very difficult to get in and out of the job sites needed with my students.
There are turnarounds and things that a huge bus trying to get in doesn't functionally work. So your options are either not take them to those locations or drop them across the street, and there's just a safety risk there.
This is the current bus that I drive, the 1998 unair-conditioned bus that does not have the wheelchair ramp.
Waterfront Way Foundation is going to match dollar-for-dollar donations to raise the $107,000 needed. Our goal is to try to get this done within 30 days so we can get this bus ordered. It takes 90 days to build and hopefully be using it before the school year is over. Could also be used for summer school opportunities and have it for the beginning of the next school year.
It's on this side of the bus. It'll open up. We let our students that are in the wheelchair in, we hook them in, and off we go.
It would be great for these kids to have the best opportunities available and not have a limit on their transportation. The new bus would allow them to access more jobs in a much safer way.
Waterfront Way Foundation has agreed to match dollar for dollar the money that is donated to help raise the funds for the new bus that is desperately needed by my students at Jupiter High School.
Please donate at our GoFundMe page, Help Buy a New Bus by Rob Thompson. We also have a Facebook group we'd love you to join and share, Help Buy a New Bus by Rob Thompson. Thank you for helping us help the students. Life's challenging enough for these kids. Time for a new bus.
Done with your PE uniform from first semester? Please consider donating them to Mrs. Willis in the Media Center before school or after school. Community service hours will be given. Clubs, Best Buddies will have a lunch meeting on Thursday, January 9th, room 7107. Please bring your lunch. We will also be attending the basketball game versus Dwyer on Friday. Plan on meeting in the courtyard at 6:45 p.m. The Japanese Club will be meeting today during lunch in Mrs. Ramsey's room, 3106. We will be eating lunch with the exchange students. Try and prepare some questions that you may have for them.
Key Club is still selling South Florida Fair tickets at discounted prices through January 15th. Mr. Hammond's Portable 1. 10% of the sales go directly towards Children's Miracle Network at Shands Hospital. HOSA, there will be a meeting today after school in the auditorium. This next video message is brought to you by students working against tobacco.
The Food and Drug Administration has officially raised the minimum age to buy tobacco products in the U.S. from 18 to 21. It will apply to all cigarettes, cigars, chewing tobacco, and vape products, among other things. The provision is part of a $1.4 trillion spending package signed by President Trump on December 20th. The act also appropriated $1.4 billion for building the U.S.-Mexico border wall and $1.7 billion for mental health programs. The tobacco legislation had bipartisan support. It was introduced in May by Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Senator Tim Kaine. At first, it was unclear when the new rule would be enacted. The FDA could have taken up to 6 months to amend its policies, and then the new law would take effect within 90 days. But the FDA's website currently reads, "It is now illegal for a retailer to sell any tobacco product, including cigarettes, cigars, and e-cigarettes, to anyone under 21. According to the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids, 19 states and the District of Columbia had already raised the minimum buying age for tobacco products to 21.
Sports, the baseball players meeting is today in room 6215 at 3 p.m. All paperwork is due today. There's an issue, see Coach Mook. Baseball tryouts will be on Tuesday, the 21st at 3 p.m. at Doug Ferguson Baseball Field here at Jupiter High School. No paperwork, no tryout.
Now, here's a TikTok brought to you by One Tribe. See you at the chili cook-off and game on Friday night at the gym. There will be a football meeting today at 3 p.m. in room 10104 for anyone interested in playing next year. If you missed yesterday's meeting, please attend today.
Stay tuned for Jason with day 2 of our Tech Safe program.
And have a great day, Warriors.
Good morning, students of Jupiter Community High School. I'm Jason Sean Dobular, delivering to you another segment of the district-mandated Tech Safe program. Today we have rewarding relationships. I want you to ask yourself, how can I make sure my relationships are positive and healthy? Well, it's complicated, can describe many of our relationships with others, romantic and otherwise. Add digital devices and social media to the mix, and things get complicated even further. Watch this short video and ask yourselves, Jupiter, how do devices and social media affect your friendships, positively or negatively?
My favorite platform is usually Instagram.
Probably Snapchat and regular iMessage on iPhones.
We text a lot.
Texting, text message, text or group chat with my friends.
Group text messages.
Facebook Messenger.
They're always on it. I'm always with my friends, but when I'm not with them, I'm always talking to them on social media.
I definitely say sometimes it's beneficial because you go home and you might have had an argument with your sibling or your mom and you just need to talk to your friend, or you might need help with homework or something.
Being able to always be just like a phone call or text message away from each other allows us to kind of establish a relationship that's closer.
Reaching out to the person right when you need them so that you don't have to wait until you see them at school to talk to them. That definitely brings us closer.
Texting is like the easier alternative. Take out your phone and communicate with someone.
There are definitely things that maybe I wouldn't tell anyone in real life that I feel more comfortable telling them on social media or online, because it's not the same as saying it to someone's face as it is to text it.
I know that my friends, or not even just my friends, but my family or anybody I can talk to, I know that they are available to me.
I never really feel depressed or anything like that, just because there's always somebody to talk to and always somebody that's there for you. That's kind of a good thing about social media.
I could not imagine what it would be like if I couldn't contact them so quickly. Our lives are so integrated with social media and contacting other people that I don't think I could imagine not contacting them.
There can be an invasion of space and privacy over not just social media, but all forms of modern technology. We have each other's location 24/7.
Yes, there's been people that have contacted me for multiple times that have just been constant and annoying, that have just gone on my nerves.
If there's someone that is constantly reaching out to you and you don't want that person to be contacting you, that can be irritating and it's kind of a hassle.
I got my phone taken away from my friend texting me too much. I had to turn it off completely. I had to turn it off when I was in class because it just started making so much noise.
I've had a friend who's contacted me way too much, and one of the downsides is that I kind of avoid that friend in real life and at school, so they feel a little neglected and it kind of hinders our friendship.
There's kind of a pressure that if one of us doesn't respond or keep texting, we're gonna not talk again.
I've had a friend contact me too much to the point where I've asked them to give me some boundaries and some space. I would usually tell them in a respectful manner.
Over text, you either just flat out say it or you kind of ghost them.
I used to have a friendship where we would text nonstop. We would get to the point where we get irritated with one another. That was nonstop, where you at, where you at, where you at, what are you doing, what are you doing, why are you not hanging out with me, why are you not that? It got to the point where leave me alone.
Sometimes we could be too much part of each other's lives, and it's not really good because we're kind of taken away from our own lives because we're constantly looking at theirs.
In the beginning, some people don't understand boundaries. I would have to constantly communicate to them that I have my boundaries, even through online, through social media. I don't find it as much as a problem because I've practiced it and I've learned to get better at it.
I do believe that technology leads to boundary issues. I feel like technology has created a sense of a really tight-knitted community, but in a way it's too tight.
I feel that when we have conversations online, it kind of takes away the magic from talking face to face.
It definitely can get a little overwhelming, and it makes it difficult to hold conversations in real life because you talk about everything over social media or through your phones. And then if we do talk about something, it's normally social media related, or we have to pull out our phones to talk about it, so you don't really get to be in the moment with your friend because you're on your phone.
I hope this discussion helps you take steps towards building healthy and rewarding friendships and romantic relationships, both online and off. Have a tech-safe day, my fellow warriors.